Welcome to the McDonald's Texas Invitational YouTube channel. My name is Gustavo Trevino.
And I'm Courtney Jones.
And today we're talking to Coach Brewer and Mia Ramos of Brandeis High School.
They won the championship last year, and it was super exciting getting to know about all their accomplishments and what they hope to achieve in this year's McDonald's Invitational. So let's take a look. So I have never been to the McDonald's Invitational. I recently just got hired. So kind of looking in from a perspective of somebody looking from the outside in, and you guys coming in, you playing hard, you guys even winning the tournament last year. What are those emotions? What are our goals for this year aside from, making it to the championship again and to lead the team? How are we feeling about preparing for this year's McDonald's Invitational?
Well, we lost 9 seniors last year. So we have 4 returners, and 3 of them were starters though. And it's just gelling with a new team. And I just tell the girls we got to take a game at a time and can't look ahead of what we're doing. Just like we're at the scrimmages last night, we got to focus on what we're doing right there to gel and to get better as a team, and the kids individually, and working to where we need to be to be successful, whether it's in the tournaments or in district or in playoffs or whatnot. So,
and since that, with 15 years under your belt, I can see how you have gone through the transition over and over again, and how that kind of preparedness stays within you, and you just kind of motivate your girls. But Mia, coming from a place of, this is your senior year, you're going to Incarnate Warriors very soon. How are you feeling? Because you're kind of in that leadership position. What are your emotions knowing that eyes will be at you and that people will look up to you to kind of keep that momentum going for the team?
Yes. One of my goals is just to get everyone involved. That's what I really want to focus on. And also getting me my own shots and everything, but I just want to focus on getting the whole team involved. And I feel like whenever we play as a team, we do really, really well. So I just don't want people to be selfish. I just want us to play as a team.
I love that. So in terms of that, us playing guys as a team, us going back in, hoping to make it very far once again, what strategies are we focusing on for this tournament? Is it more so, are we focusing on kind of motivating those freshmen or guiding those sophomores? Are we focused on hitting those specific stats? Are we focused on meeting the same competitor from last year that we want to have that competition again? What are we hoping to accomplish wise?
Who, both of us or?
Both of us. I would love the player perspective and the coach perspective.
You want me to go first?
Okay.
Like I said, we got to have to take one game at a time. And when I tell the girls, my assistant and I, we always say every possession matters. And basketball is a game of mistakes. And so how we respond from those mistakes, whether it's a turnover, do we hang our head, or do we turn around and try to get the ball back? Or, there's never a perfect game. There's never. It might have been a middle school game where a team didn't score a point. But in reality, everybody makes mistakes. And is the other team going to score? Yes. Is the other team going to go on a run? Absolutely. And it's just focusing on each possession and how we respond to conflict or things that happen, like, again, turnovers, or the other team goes on a run. Are we going to turn on each other? Or are we going to build each other up? And Mia and our seniors, they do a great job of reining in the little ones. And I say little ones, they're great basketball players, but we have a big gap. We have seniors, then we have sophomore freshmen. Okay. And we have a junior. She's been on varsity for a while, so I think of her as a older one. But being able to keep our head above water with the mentality of that.
I love that. Mia?
Yes, I feel like everyone on this team has a role and they're here for a reason. So if everyone does their job well and plays their role, we could do really good.
Okay.
That's a really good. I'm glad you said that, because we do have lots of different roles, and depending on who's in the game, your role might change. And they have embraced that, and it's already so early in the season. Like she said, if everybody can just hold on and grasp that concept, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year.
I love that. So in terms of that, I've kind of heard different answers for that question, but I will say San Antonio teams have been kind of keeping it very gel together. That it's team motivated. We're not focused on individual. We're all trying to aim for one specific goal as a unit, and I appreciate that. So I kind of do want to ask a little bit of a question towards San Antonio teams. You are my third San Antonio team, just because you guys have been playing amazing, and of course you won the championship last year. So I have to. I was super excited to do this interview. But what does all these San Antonio teams getting this recognition, getting this impact, all you guys coming to the McDonald's Invitational, what does this mean for you guys? What does this mean for your programs in San Antonio?
Well, it's been, I think San Antonio has been overlooked for a long time. We have a lot of talent in San Antonio,
Yes.
and it's fun to watch it. It's, it used to always be Dallas, Houston, and so finally we have some of our teams going to the state tournament, and then last year when the championship was two San Antonio teams, and it's great for all of us. Embrace each other and are excited for that, just to get the recognition for our city. We've had great players come through, but they stop right there. They don't keep diving in and seeing the talent that is all over at all different levels. I mean, it's I'm glad that we're finally getting the recognition as a city of the hotbed of basketball in Texas.
Yes, I agree. I feel like we've always worked hard as San Antonio girls, and I'm so glad that we're getting the recognition we need finally.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Because I don't know, I was watching some clips and I'm like, man, San Antonio is bringing the heat this year. I don't know if they're worried about anybody, but somebody needs to be worried about them. So I definitely wanted to ask that question. But in terms of motivations for this year, I don't want to just talk about the tournament. I kind of want to talk about who you ladies are and what the focus is for your program. What is the motivation for this year? I know we want to excel in state. I know we want to excel through regular season, but is there anything else we're focusing on? Are there certain basketball culture dynamics that the team uses? Are there certain prep workouts that you love to emphasize for the team that kind of keeps them motivated to excel every time?
Well, I think every team has a goal of, the ultimate goal would be, go to state and win state, right? I think every team has that, regardless if it's in their grasp or not. That should be everybody's goal, to strive to win. But going back to taking a game at a time, you have to. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. But I think that with this team, especially with the seniors that I have, majority of y'all have been on varsity since they were freshmen, and they have been working hard for 4 years, and I am looking forward to watching them succeed and be successful every game, regardless. Success doesn't have to mean a win, on the scoreboard. And you learn a lot through the L's, and so the preseason is very important, to play those teams that challenge you and that make you uncomfortable, to where you get to where it matters when it's district and playoffs, to where you're ready to go. And I think that this team is gelling, and that's my whole goal. And like what she was saying, is for us to gel as a team and play just great team basketball.
Yes. I love that. Okay, so Mia, let's go through memory lane a little bit. You've been in the tournament for 4 years. It's your senior year currently. Let's talk about that start to finish aspect. How much have you grown? If you could kind of describe it a little bit, whether it's in leadership role, whether it's in personal stats or personal characteristics, or even just you became more of a calm, confident player. How have you transitioned into your senior essence now? In the tournament.
I feel like for sure I've been calmer. Like at first when I joined the tournament, it's just so much energy, and so my mind is all over the place. But as I went, the team has helped calm me down, and I'm able to focus on playing well without my mind going everywhere.
Okay. Coach Brewer, if you would like to add to that one too, I'm not sure if you've been in the McDonald's Invitational for 15 years straight, but kind of entering into your first tournament as a coach to your recent tournament entering as a coach, how has that transition made you feel? How much growth have you gone through?
Well, starting off as a young coach, and I think starting off as a young player, even, we all have the mentality of you're defined by wins and losses, right? And so you find the tournaments where you want to win games and stuff like that. Well, as I've grown in coaching, you want to find those tournaments where you're going to go and get beat and play good teams to make you better. And that's what I love about the McDonald's tournament. There's such good talent, and it's talent that we don't get to see. We don't get to play a lot of Houston, Dallas teams, especially Houston, ever really, except for this tournament. And it's fun to see the different, and at these tournaments, you just go in. There's no scouting. There's no film exchange because it happens so quickly. And so we're just going in raw. And that's what I love to see how my kids can adapt to that. And it actually works better for them too because they don't overthink it.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's fun to see how when we're faced with different adversities and how the kids respond to it, because it's like putting them on an island with the team and it's us against them, which is basically what basketball is. But we don't know them, they don't know us, and hey, we're here to fight and go. And it's fun. It's fun to watch them grow and be successful in those things. There's been times we've gotten beat by, I don't know, 25, and I'm like, you know what? We should have been beat by 69. Y'all held it, So that's what I love about the tournament season is going and playing those teams, and it's just a growth process. So.
Oh, I love that. So one last question before I hold you ladies too much longer. What do we hope for everybody to learn from the team this year? Whether it's, coming from community support, whether it's coming from more recruitment, whether it's just acknowledgement for San Antonio as a whole. When somebody sees the Brandeis, what do you want them to see? Do you want them, what would you describe that feeling or that look for you guys?
I think how we've been talking about growth and being just a good team and a good like at the end of every practice we break out and we say family, and it's just a good group of girls, and you could tell that everybody loves each other. And I like people to be like, oh man, that's Brandeis, they can play some basketball, but they're good kids, they're good people, and you can tell, you can see different teams. We've been places where you can just tell teams just don't like each other, or it's just they're there just for this. But like yesterday at our scrimmage, we were sitting there waiting for us to play, and the freshmen or sophomores, they're like, do y'all want to play a game? We're like, yeah. So we're sitting, playing a game and just having fun and just enjoying, because basketball's been my life forever, and it's these kids too. And so it's just enjoying the process and then going and playing good basketball, and people be like, oh, I know those kids. I know those. They're good basketball players, and they're good humans. So.
Yes, for sure. Coming from a player, I feel like if we have a good, strong relationship off the court, that also translates on the court, and we play really well together.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our interviews.
Please make sure to check out the McDonald's Texas Invitational November 21st to the 23rd and buy your tickets at texasinvitational.com. We'll see you there.